So you want to fly jets, huh? Let's be honest, the thought of rocketing through the sky at supersonic speeds gets the blood pumping for a lot of folks. You've seen the movies, played the video games, maybe even daydreamed about it during a particularly dull math class. But becoming a fighter pilot? That's not just a fantasy, it's a commitment. It's about pushing your limits, mentally and physically, and serving your country in one of the most demanding roles imaginable. Think you got what it takes? Let's find out. First things first, let's see if you check the basic boxes. Uncle Sam in all his wisdom has some ground rules. You gotta be a US citizen, at least 18 years old, though getting commissioned as an officer before 28 is pretty important for this gig, and have a high school diploma. Now that diploma alone won't get you in the cockpit, but it's a start. We'll talk about college and other requirements later. Bottom line, you gotta meet the baseline before you even think about buzzing the tower. Here's where the road forks a bit. In the Air Force, there are two paths to becoming a pilot. Officer, or enlisted. Going the officer route means earning a bachelor's degree, ideally in a STEM field, and scoring high on the Air Force Officer Qualifying Test, AFOQT. Think of it like taking the SATs but with more pressure. The enlisted path, while still requiring a high school diploma, focuses on the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, ASVAB. We'll dive deeper into those tests in a bit. Both paths have their challenges and rewards. The key is figuring out which one best fits your goals and ambitions. Alright, time to talk tests. If you're considering a career in the military, you've probably heard of the ASVAB and the AFOQT. But what exactly are these tests and how do they differ? Remember the SATs or ACTs? Those were the tests that determined your college readiness. Well, the ASVAB and AFOQT are similar in that they assess your skills and knowledge, but they do so with a focus on military and aviation-specific abilities. Yeah, these are kind of like that, but with higher stakes. Your performance on these tests can significantly impact your military career path and opportunities. The ASVAB, or Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, is the standard test for enlisted folks across all military branches. It's a comprehensive test that evaluates your strengths and weaknesses in various domains. It measures your aptitude in areas like math, science, mechanical comprehension, and electronics. These are crucial skills that can determine your suitability for different military roles. Reading comprehension is another key component. You know, the important stuff that ensures you can understand and follow instructions accurately. Now, the AFOQT, or Air Force Officer Qualifying Test, is specifically for officer hopefuls in the Air Force. It's a more specialized and rigorous test designed to assess your potential as a leader and officer. Think of it as the ASVAB's more intense older brother. While the ASVAB covers a broad range of subjects, the AFOQT goes deeper into areas critical for Air Force officers. It digs deeper into your potential as a pilot, testing your spatial awareness, which is crucial for navigating aircraft and understanding complex flight dynamics. The AFOQT also includes situational judgment tests to evaluate how you handle real-world scenarios and make decisions under pressure. And your ability to keep a cool head under pressure is essential. The test assesses your psychological resilience and ability to remain calm and effective in high-stress situations. Bottom line, both tests are crucial for determining your eligibility and potential in the military. So whether you're aiming to enlist or become an officer, bring your A game, study hard, and prepare thoroughly. Your future career could depend on it. Built for the blue. Physical requirements for the sky. Now let's talk about the physical stuff. You don't have to be a superhero to fly a fighter jet, but you gotta be in top shape. We're talking about rigorous physical exams that test your vision, hearing, blood pressure, the whole 9 yards. Specifically, you're looking at 20/20 vision, or correctable to 20/20, and meeting strict height and weight standards. And don't even think about trying to sneak past those colorblindness tests. Believe me, the last thing you want is to mistake a friendly for a foe at 500 knots. The gauntlet? Applications, exams, and selection boards. Okay, you've made it this far, which means you're serious about this whole fighter pilot thing. This is where the journey truly begins, and it's not for the faint of heart. Now comes the real challenge, the application process. It's not just about filling out forms, it's about presenting the best version of yourself. We're talking about stacks of paperwork, interviews, background checks, the works. Every detail matters, and every piece of information is scrutinized. You'll need letters of recommendation, transcripts, and a resume that would make a Fortune 500 CEO jealous. These documents are your first impression, so they need to be impeccable. Your resume should highlight not just your academic achievements but also your leadership skills, your ability to work under pressure, and your commitment to excellence. And if you thought the ASVAB or AFOQT was intense, wait till you face the selection board. These exams are designed to test your knowledge, your problem-solving skills, and your ability to think on your feet. The selection board is the ultimate test. This is where you sit down with a panel of seasoned officers who grill you about your motivations, your goals, and your ability to handle the immense responsibility of flying a multi-million-dollar war machine. No pressure, right? They will ask you tough questions, challenge your assumptions, and push you to your limits. They want to see if you have what it takes to be a fighter pilot, not just in terms of skills, but also in terms of character and determination. This is not just a job, it's a calling. It requires a level of dedication and commitment that few can muster. But if you're up for the challenge, the rewards are beyond measure. The pride of wearing the uniform, the thrill of flying, and the honor of serving your country. These are the things that make it all worthwhile. Uncle Sam's deal. Service commitment and your future. So, you aced the tests, wowed the board, and received the news. You're going to be a fighter pilot. Pop the champagne? Well, not so fast. Before you take to the skies, you're signing a contract with Uncle Sam himself. We're talking about a significant service commitment, usually around 10 years after you complete your training. That's 10 years of dedication, sacrifice, and potentially putting your life on the line for your country. It's not a decision to take lightly, but if you're truly cut out for this life, it's the most rewarding contract you'll ever sign. The view from above. Rewards beyond measure. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The path to becoming a fighter pilot is tough. It's a journey that demands everything you've got and then some. From the moment you step into the training academy, you're tested in ways you never imagined. It's a long shot, a grind, a constant uphill battle against the odds and against yourself. Every day is a new challenge, a new hurdle to overcome. The physical demands are immense, pushing your body to its absolute limits. But for those who make it, for those who earn the right to wear that flight suit and pilot those incredible machines, there's nothing else like it. The feeling of freedom, the camaraderie, the sense of achievement, it's all worth it. The bond you form with your fellow pilots is unbreakable, forged in the fires of shared struggle and triumph. The knowledge that you're protecting something bigger than yourself, that's the real reward. It's not just about flying. It's about serving a greater purpose, defending your country, and standing up for what you believe in. So, if you're willing to put in the work, to dedicate yourself fully to this path, to push yourself beyond your limits, to endure the pain and the exhaustion, to never give up on your dream, no matter how distant it may seem, then maybe, just maybe, you'll be the one looking down from the heavens, experiencing the world from a perspective few ever will. Living proof that some dreams really do take flight. It's a testament to your perseverance, your dedication, and your unyielding spirit. The sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning. The rewards are beyond measure, and the journey, though arduous, is one of the most fulfilling paths you can take. Every mission, every flight, every moment in the cockpit is a reminder of why you chose this path. It's a life of purpose, of meaning, and of endless possibilities. So if you have the heart, the courage, and the determination, the sky is waiting for you. Embrace the challenge, rise to the occasion, and let your dreams take flight. The rewards are beyond measure, and the view from above is a sight to behold. If you found this information useful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your time.